sacrificed your entire life for the sake of humanity. What can I do to make up for it? So Bhamati replied, it has been a joy to serve you. I feel privileged that I was able to serve you while you wrote this great book. Nothing more is needed. Vachaspati Mishra shed tears of joy. He paid his wife the greatest tribute. He named his life's work after her, Bhamati. He named the book Bhamati. Even today, the most outstanding commentary on humanity's most precious book carries her name, Bhamati. Bhamati has become immortal because of her selfless devotion and love. She was so enough unto herself. It is not that she did not want to disturb her husband. She did not need to. Now there is a big difference between the two. Most of the time, we want attention, but we keep quiet thinking that we should not disturb the other, or that we should not be a nuisance to them. Isn't it? But here, we are talking of a person who did not need attention. That is the difference. She did not feel that her youth was being wasted. She was not making any compromise. She was being her natural self, that's all. And that was enough for her. She did not have to exercise any difficult choice in not disturbing her husband. She was so centered in her inner energy that it did not matter to her at all. We can say Bhamati lives even after she died. We are all dying every minute when we live. That is the difference. Today, in our houses, can you read the newspaper for half an hour in peace? Just look inside sincerely into your own situations. Can your wife watch her serial on TV for half an hour? Just when you are reading the newspaper, your wife will think of telling you all the important things that happened at home the previous day. And she'll complain that you are not giving her enough attention. She will say that you are with the newspaper all the time. And exactly when your wife is watching her favorite TV serial, you will feel hungry and you will want her to serve food for you at that time. You will curse the television box for showing the serials at the wrong times. These are all familiar patterns of arguments. A small story. A man was sitting with his wife in a restaurant. They ordered food and were waiting for it to come. The wife complained, "Ever since we entered the restaurant, you've been reading that paper." The husband apologized. "I'm sorry, dear." And he signaled to the waiter, "Can we have another newspaper, please?" You see, all of us are seeking attention all the time. And when we don't get it, we are upset. This is the root cause for all anger, disappointment, and frustration in our lives. We need to stop asking and we need to start giving. We need to radiate energy instead of asking for energy. But we don't even know how to shift the focus from us to the other. We are so used to seeing ourselves as the center of attention. We need to start seeing the world outside as the center of attention. Now, how do we do this? For the next few days, I want you all to do this small exercise. Choose a partner from amongst yourselves of the same gender. Look after that partner completely. Your first concern should always be for the other person's comfort. Make sure that he or she is happy and comfortable. Find out if they need anything more. Instead of grabbing the plate for yourself first, give that person the plate and then take it for yourself. Suppose there is no warm water coming in your room. Find out if there is warm water for them in their room. And I don't want you to pair up with your friends or relatives. Please do not choose people whom you can exchange addresses with later on, with whom you can be friends later on. Simply choose a stranger, maybe the person standing closest to you. Just choose at random. Almost all our lives, we worry only about ourselves. At the most, we worry about our close family. And that too because we think it is our duty. And we think that it is love. When you start doing this exercise, when you choose a partner and you start doing this exercise, you will get a chance to see what selfless love is like. It is selfless because you don't expect anything from the other person. You see, real love is something so deep, so energizing, that you will not know it unless you experience it. Love is an expression of energy, not something that is transacted. Tell me one thing. Can you love people whom you meet for the first time? No, Swamiji. Why not? We don't even know them, Swamiji. Then how can we love them? Exactly. This is how you think. Let me tell you, with a little bit of intellectual understanding and meditation, you will realize that you can simply love without a reason. You can love the trees on the road. You can caress them and feel the energy flow from you. You can love people whom you pass by on the road without even knowing them. Love is actually your very being, not a distilled quality that you possess. Nothing is as misconstrued as love is today. Today, love is more of a transaction. If someone says something is nice to you, you love him. Tomorrow, if the same person falls short of it, then you don't love him as much, or you probably hate him. Even your lifelong friend, with whom you chat every day on the computer, whichever part of the world you are in, will seem suddenly not so close if he says something that goes against your approval. It will take you a while to get back to him with the same intensity as before. Then where is your love at this time? It has suffered temporarily. These are just the games that you play. A game in which love and hate surface alternately and interchangeably. And this love-hate relationship is not love at all. Be very clear. It is simply your reaction to a person or a situation, that's all. And this is what we call love. This is not real love. It is purely subjective love. Real love knows no object. It is simply there whether there is an object or not. Real love is the subject itself. It does not know any object. You are the subject and you have become love, that's all. Any object that comes in touch with it will feel it. Like how a river flows naturally and people enjoy it at different places, wherever they may encounter it, real love exudes from a person and the people around the person will be able to feel it. This is true. There is absolutely no room for conditionings in real love. The energy inside you should overflow and express itself as love. It is only then that you can break through the highly knotted boundaries of relationships. It is only then that you can express yourself beautifully as a loving being. Do you understand? In order to